Hello, and welcome to the second instalment of my Gunpla podcast. I still don't have a name for this, so let's stick with let's talk about Gunpla for now. Anyone has any suggestions, feel free to drop them into the comments section. I'm interested to see what you've come up with. So, going to go through a few things in today's video. Have a look at some previews, some news, the kits that I've made this month, what I've still got left in my backlog and what I've added to that. A bit of a beginner's guide to model kits. Somebody in one of my comments mentioned they'd like to see that. And then just what's coming up. First of all, going to take a look at some of the new kits that have been announced. So for previews and news, we're going to start off with the entry grade RX78 Fu. This is an Expo collector's edition. It's going to be probably quite hard to find in this country. It does come with a separate wing pack, which is really cool on the model kit itself. There's also another version which isn't graded. It's not a high grade, but it's almost like real grade. Like that colour injected plastic. When you get the wings on there, the back thruster section, all that colour plastic looks fantastic. I had a look and they're quite expensive. Then we have the police Saku from Gquux, which does look like a really cool kit, even with the police theme. I just think the design looks super interesting. I'm waiting for one to come out. And then we've got the Shinmusha Gundam. I've already got one of these. It's in my backlog, but this is a new version with metallic, those reds and stuff. The weapons look great. Backdrop looks fantastic. Got some sort of blunderbuss shotgun, which looks brilliant. And similar to the Musha Gundam I've already got, has those kind of tattoo type stickers for the arms and legs, which you can see here. And that backdrop just looks phenomenal. Also want to add to that the Gundam based pop-up world tour. Still no dates announced. There's 2 venues in Japan as far as I know. They said there's 4 in EU and London's one of them. Really hoping that we get a date announced soon. Hopefully it's not when I'm on holiday. I'm really looking forward to seeing when they get announced, but Bandai could really be better at communicating this. It's so hard to even find data on it, like what's going on. Do a Google search, see what comes up. Gundam Gquux, the new anime series, has had its 2nd episode now on Amazon Prime, so if you have that, give it a watch. It's interesting how it's in a different order to the movie. The movie is not the same. I think it's the first 3 episodes, but chopped this up a bit. I'm not sure why they've put episode 2 where it is, because it was at the beginning of the movie, if I remember correctly. But give it a watch, no spoilers. So now we're going to take a look at the kits that I've made this month, and the first one we're going to is the Master Grade Strike Route Tutori. So as you can see, this is a solid kit for those of you who've seen the review. It's one of my favourite Master Grades. Colours fantastic, the stickers come out really great. And you get so much kit for the money. Those X-Wing type wings that are on the back. Backpack is almost a model in itself. And for 45 quid, it's an absolute bargain. Then we're going to take a look at General Frankie. As you can see. This is the one piece General Frankie kit. How spindly his little legs are. Again, a pretty solid kit. I made it for my daughter. It's a Christmas present for her. She wasn't getting around to making it, so I thought I'd make it and film it. It's cool in its own way, but it does have its issues. Just far too many stickers on it. My favourite kit of the month is the Perfect Grade Charles Zaku 2. It's just amazing. It's a lovely kit. There are issues. If you've seen my video, you will know about the head LED. But it's just come out really nice. I'm really proud of how effects have come out. The water slides, the kit looks great, and it looks fantastic on my shelves. So I love this kit. Next up, we've got the Char Aznavour 1/6 scale action figure. bit of a doll, really. A bit like Action Man, if any of you remember Action Man, or a Barbie, I suppose, but even bigger. This is over a foot tall. This was one of my last reviews. It's a fantastic little model. It's 50 quid. Not sure if it's worth it, and it does have some posing issues, but just see. It's Char. If you like Char, if you're a soft, I'm a sucker for Char. I'm a sucker for anything. On really, like the bad guys and these sort of things, and he just looks brilliant. Plus, you also get Jarduck. Just phenomenal. It looks brilliant. It's not worth 50 quid on its own, but if you could get one of these for a fiver, I'd suggest everyone who likes Char goes out and gets one. But it comes with Char. And then finally, we have the Helmwege Rheincar, Iron-Blooded Orphans. I'm very close to 100 subs now, so I've made a video when I hit 100 subs, just say thank you to everybody for watching my content, and this is what I've built. Anybody recognises the kit might think it looks a bit different. There's no mustard yellow, with a purple which blends in with blue quite nicely. Looks a bit like Shovel Knight. Once I hit 100 subs, popping this up. So now it's time to make a start on looking at the backlog, and I've only got 2 kits left out of my backlog, which anybody saw my podcast last month, I didn't have a ton of kits. Still made a few this month. Again, you can see just from the videos I've uploaded, tried to do at least a kit a week. So there's 2 kits left in my backlog. Those are the mobile podball Vercar with the water slides, because last time the dry decals were a nightmare. I'm not sure when I'm going to get round to this. I've got an idea to make a bit of a custom for it rather than the one I've already got, which is on the shelf there. The other kit that's in my backlog from last month, as mentioned already, is the Musha Mark II Gundam. Again, it's got the tattoo type stickers for the arms and legs, and it's that sort of coloured metallic plastic, so it's probably going to mark up quite badly, but I'm looking forward to it. It is a master grade, and it's not a cheap one, as you can see, nearly 100 quid. Moving on to the new kits for the month, and I have 3 of them. The first one is a high grade Gquux. So I finally got hold of one. I didn't spend over the normal price for it. I spent 25 quid on this, and I'm really looking forward to making this. I might even make this tonight. The second kit I've added to my backlog is the MGSD Wing Gundam Zero. I love the MGSD kits. I've already got the Barbie and the Strike Freedom, so this is the third one of those kits, and I'm really looking forward to making this. I'm not sure when I will. I'll probably film this because I think MGSD kits are really interesting, how they build, and it's a dinky as well. Everyone can display one with a perfect grade. some pretty big shelves to display them, especially for anything bigger like a mega size. And finally, the final kit on this month. It's a bit of a big one. It's a bit of a growl. I've wanted one for a while. They're not always out of stock, but sometimes when you want to get one, they're not in stock. It's just one of those kits that isn't hard to get hold of, but isn't always there when you want it. And it is perfect grade unleashed RX-78-2. I'll try and pop it on my desk, but the light's going to reflect off it because it's a black box, so it's going to look terrible, but it's a perfect grade unleashed. The Gramps, obviously. And with the new Gundam being announced, the perfect grade unleashed new Gundam, I'm definitely going to get one of those. Or I have to get one of these. So when I found one, I had to pick it up. It's a bit of a grail for a lot of people, I think. It's one of the more modern and accomplished Bandai model kits. One of my friends has one. It looks amazing. Right, let's move on to this beginner's guide section. I'm going to put up the name and the comment of the person who suggested this, and thank you for suggesting that in my comment section. Do read them all, reply if I can. But they asked, can I do a bit of a section in my next podcast going over how to get into the hobby, how to get started. So first of all, let's tackle what you need. Outside of a model kit, you kind of only need a handful of tools, and there are a pair of nippers, a pair of tweezers, a hobby knife of some description, probably a cutting mat. Outside of that, you really don't need anything else. That will get you a fully completed kit. And you can buy some starter sets off of hobby sites or model shops or even Amazon, £10–15. They're not as bad as they seem. I've used worse nippers than I got in my free starter set when I first started out. Then I suggest looking at some online stores or even popping into a local hobby store. In the UK, we've got Hobbycraft and Forbidden Planet, both of whom stock Gunpla. You can suggest checking out an indie. You should always support them rather than Amazon, for instance, or even some of the bigger chains. In the UK, there's some great ones. Gquux, really good. Hop into a store or take a look online and have a look at some of the kits. Just look at what sticks out to you. What designs do you like? Have you seen any of the animes? For instance, if you really like Gundam Wing, take a look at the kits from that series. Now give them a try. Especially the Witch from Mercury, because it's quite new. A lot of the high grade kits from that are fantastic. And when it comes to actually buying a kit, I suggest only sticking entry grade or high grade. Entry grade are the simplest. You don't even need nippers. You can tear them off the sprue, but please don't do that. Tend to cost between £10 and £20. You get, for instance, the entry Gramps, the X78, about £10. Buy the entry grade new Gundam, pretty big Gundam, about £20. High grades, they tend to go from about £15–20. You can get some cheaper ones, but to be the older kits. And there's a ton there. It's the biggest range. So let's have a look, pick one. You're not really going to go wrong, although I do suggest the Witch Mercury kits because they're just solid. Besides that, my main piece of advice is just get stuck in. The main thing with hobbying is actually completing something that you started and starting in the first place. So buy a kit, yourself a cheap beginner set of tools, like I said, nippers, tweezers, hobby knife, cutting mat does make a difference, and then buy a kit or two, even if it's an SD kit. Put it together. Don't stress yourself about how it comes out. It's your first kit, as long as you're not chopping bits off that you're not supposed to. Once you've got a few under your belt, maybe try master grade. I'd suggest waiting before you try real grade or perfect grade. They are more fiddly. Just keep making a few high grade, entry grade, maybe even a few SD kits. And once you feel confident, pick a good master grade. So like I said, just to recap, get yourself a cheap hobby set. Have a look at kits. Just take a look around, see what piques your interest. Oh, that one's got wings. That looks cool. That one's got a massive gun, a big sword. Check out your local hobby stores. Try and support independents or local stores if you can. Don't push yourself. As long as you're making stuff, it doesn't matter how long it takes. You could do it in 2 days. You could do it in 2 months. Your pace is up to you. I'd also suggest watching some YouTube content. Take a look at, there's a ton of creators out there. Show off new kits that have come out, some custom work that they're doing, even some news site ones. Good. I really like Kakarot for his news. Gquux, suggest checking out their content, and obviously me watching this. And I hope you're subscribed. If not, and you've got this far through, please subscribe to my content. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Coming up soon, over the next month or two, I'll be building those kits that I showed off, the Perfect Grade Unleashed Gramps, MGSD Wing Zero, Gquux, those other 2 kits, and probably what else I add to it. See you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.